Ever wondered why we spend a fortune on chocolates and roses for someone we annoy the rest of the year? Welcome to Top Tier Trivia's twisted tale of Valentine's Day, the day where we all become poets, ready to shell out our pockets for love. Or is it just the chocolate industry's most successful marketing stunt? Buckle up as we dive into the love-filled yet money-draining world of Valentine's Day. Our tale begins in ancient Rome, where people had a lot less Netflix but a lot more chill. This is the home of Saint Valentine, the main man of our story. Now, Saint Valentine wasn't your average priest. He was a love enthusiast, a hopeless romantic at heart, and let's just say he didn't always play by the rules. In a time when marriage was banned for young soldiers because it was believed that single men made better warriors, yes, you heard it right, our dear Valentine thought, nah, that's not cool. And so he took matters into his own hands, secretly conducting marriages. Talk about a rebel with a cause. But let's not forget we're in ancient Rome. No secret stays secret for long. The emperor found out, and obviously he wasn't thrilled. Saint Valentine was arrested and sentenced to death. But even in prison, love found a way. Legend has it that he fell in love with his jailer's daughter and sent her a letter signed, "From your Valentine." And while his end was tragic, he left us a legacy of love, a celebration of affection that we now know as Valentine's Day. A day where we send chocolates, flowers, and if we're feeling particularly daring, love letters, just like our rebellious Saint Valentine. And that, folks, is how a rebellious priest turned into a symbol of love. Talk about job transition. Now, let's meet Cupid, the chubby baby who went from being a god to the mascot of greeting card companies. Once upon a time, Cupid was a mighty Roman deity, the god of love, desire, and affection. But over the centuries, Cupid went from a formidable figure to a cute diaper-clad baby flitting about with a tiny bow and arrow. And how did this happen, you ask? Well, as Valentine's Day morphed from a religious observance to a celebration of love, Cupid got roped into the mix. His romantic prowess was just too irresistible for marketers, who soon plastered his cherubic face on everything from cards to chocolates. I mean, who wouldn't want a baby shooting arrows at people to symbolize love, right? So, Cupid, from divine matchmaker to diaper-clad cherub, quite the career downgrade, don't you think? Fast forward to the 21st century, where love is in the air, but so is the scent of cash registers ringing. Let's be honest, folks. Valentine's Day has taken a turn from a simple celebration of love to a commercial extravaganza. It all started innocently enough. A few heartfelt letters here and there, homemade gifts exchanged between lovers. But then, the greeting card industry smelled an opportunity. Love letters? Why write when you can buy a pre-written card with a generic love quote and a picture of a couple silhouetted against a sunset? And oh, the chocolates. Once upon a time, sharing a simple, sweet treat was a gesture of affection. But now, if you're not presenting a gold-embossed, heart-shaped box filled with exotic handcrafted chocolates that cost more than a small car, are you even trying? Let's not forget about the roses, folks. Once a symbol of romance, now a staple of every Valentine's Day. You might think it's quite romantic until you realize that the price of roses mysteriously skyrockets every February. Coincidence? I think not. And then, there's the jewelry. Nothing says I love you quite like a diamond, right? It's almost as if the diamond industry crafted this narrative. Now let's get to the real kicker. The Valentine's Day specials. Everything from heart-shaped pizzas to couples spa packages. Because nothing screams romance like sharing a pizza that looks like it was mutilated by a pizza cutter with a personal vendetta. And let's not even get started on the sea of red and pink that drowns every store from the first day of February. It's like walking into a Pepto-Bismol commercial. So there you have it. The journey from heartfelt love letters to overpriced roses and heart-shaped pizzas. The commercialization of Valentine's Day is a fascinating, if not slightly ridiculous, spectacle. And that's how we ended up spending billions to prove our love. Because nothing says I love you like smarmy generic cards and 2-for-1 dinners at Chili's, right? So, what have we learned from our deep dive into the heart-shaped rabbit hole? Well, Valentine's Day started with a love story that would make Romeo and Juliet blush. Then Cupid, the god-turned-love-spreading mascot, took center stage. And now, we find ourselves in an era where love is celebrated with price tags. It's a wild ride, folks. In the end, whether you love it or hate it, Valentine's Day is here to stay. So keep your wallets ready, and remember, Love is priceless, but celebrating it isn't.